Hi guys, this is Gaming with Alston, and today we are on episode 144 of Pyramid City. What I'm gonna do today is continue constructing the classrooms. Once every last one of them's constructed, it'd be it for this. I'd probably conclude for the series. I'd probably start on doing a reboot on the Utopian Community series. I'm probably gonna do a reboot. But there's some other series I'm planning on. If I don't have any ideas anymore, I'm probably going to post my builds on Instagram. Maybe do other gaming videos of other video games too, so I can have some variety. How does a big company sell smartphones for kind of cheap? One way how they can sell affordable smartphones is to add variety. Kind of like how you add variety to your diet to make it healthier. My opinion on the Galaxy A10, so far so good. That's the phone I got. That's the phone I have. I was initially gonna go for the blue G9, but that's kind of expensive. The performance is not worth the money. If you want the best performance for your dollar, gotta do your research into what phones you should get. based on how well they perform for the price. Don't simply go for the best performing phone out there. Gotta take into account a lot of variables. Like, not only you should take price into account, you also gotta take performance into account too. The price... When buying a phone, make sure it's reasonably priced for the performance. Don't go for the straight up top of the line phones. Nor should you go for the cheapest. You should go for the best of both. I think it's a better idea for you that you go for the best of both. You should find common ground between the two. You should find common ground. The thing is, with price and performance, you should find common ground between the two. Don't just go for the cheapest phone. Nor should you go for the most top-of-the-line phone. Because you gotta take into account how well it performs relative to the price. You gotta take into account how well it performs for the price you're paying. Don't just go for the cheapest option. Nor should you go for the fastest option. Because just because a phone is 10 times more expensive does not mean it has 10 times of performance. Usually, it has a lot less than 10 times of performance. If you want the best value, there are some Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 phones for like about $400. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. For a system on a chip. Because usually phones like that tend to be smacked for about $700 or $800. But the essential phone... But the phones... But as technology gets more advanced... eventually our phones would get cheaper. For a similar performing laptop, you're probably going to have to spend more money. Because laptop processors of the same tier tend to be lower performance. If you want your money's worth in performance, consider building yourself a desktop. You should consider building yourself a desktop. If you want your money's worth. My plan for the future is to add a solid state drive to it. Mainly so it'll work faster. Plus, the good thing about solid-state drives is they don't use as much power as a hard drive. In the end, the electric bill will thank you for that. Your electric bill will, your wallet will thank you. Because they don't... Solid-state drives have been getting cheaper. They used to be expensive AF. They used to be expensive as fuck. But now, you can get a M.2 PCI solid-state drive that is has a terabyte of storage for like $120 on Amazon. At least $120. Technology has been getting better. I'm wondering if Project Scarlet will have a solid-state drive. Because I hope it does. Personally, I hope it does. Let's hope it does have a solid-state drive. Because I know the PS5 is going to have the solid-state drive. I know the PS5 is going to have the solid-state drive. The preliminary name for the Xbox One was actually the Xbox 720. That's before it was named, is given the moniker Xbox One. I'm wondering if Project Scarlet would be called Xbox Infinite, Xbox Infinity, Xbox 2, or maybe even Xbox 720. me, I personally would stick to PC. Initially, Windows 10 was going to be called Windows 9. But then, that name confused a lot of workers at Microsoft. Because there was already Windows 9 in one of the code names, like Windows 9X, which refers to the 90s Windows operating systems, like 95 and 98. Which is why they wouldn't call it Windows 1 because there's already a Windows 1. So they decided to call it Windows 10. True story. It's a true story. With the Windows 10, it's the most widely used operating system. Whenever it goes to PCs. Even more so than Windows 7. If Microsoft started releasing new operating systems called kind of like how Apple does it, since the Monitor Classic would go towards Apple when it goes to macOS Classic, Microsoft would probably go for Windows Legacy Edition. So there wouldn't be a feud between... So there wouldn't be a lawsuit between Apple and Microsoft. There was a woman who sued Microsoft after being forced to update her computer to Windows 10. After Windows 10 destroyed her computer. She won the lawsuit. Sorry, but this is my autism. That was when Windows 10 was relatively new. Windows 10 has been out for about 4 years now. For over 4 years now, Windows 10 has been out. And as time goes on, Windows 10 would be adopted more and more. We'll be saying our final goodbyes to Windows 7 in 2020. Then eventually we'll say our final goodbyes to Windows 8.1 in 2023. Windows 10 would be a different story, because as long as the device remains updated with the latest software, it'll be supported. As long as it's up to date on the software. Another thing is that Samsung's One UI 2.0 has begun to roll out. But only in Germany for now. It'll reach the Americas later on, probably early 2020. With the Galaxy A series receiving the update sometime in summer 2020. Around summer 2020. Sometime in summer 2020, the Galaxy A series will receive the update. In August 2020, Google will announce Android 11. Codename Android R. The codename would be probably be Android R. Android S would probably be called Android Skittles. Like, that'd be the internal codename. Android Skittles. In summer 2020, E3 2020 will take place. The final name of Xbox Scarlet will be revealed by E3 2020. By E3 2020, the final name of Xbox Scarlet will be revealed. The final name of Xbox Scarlet will be revealed by then. That marked the start of the 9th generation of video gaming. Right now we are currently in the 8th generation. Right now we are currently into the 8th generation. And eventually, we may end up going into the 9th generation by next year. By the end of next year. By the end of next year. Sometimes I just like to come up with neck jokes. That's all. Because of my massive neck. Anyways, this should be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for more content like this. See you on the next video. This is Gaming with Allison signing off. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. And bye.